What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to 2018. Normally I would be doing an episode of The Drop today, but considering that we are still in the midst of the holiday season, or at least we are wrapping up the holiday season, no one is really releasing anything this week, so I figured that we would just kind of sit down, talk about 2017 for a minute, talk about what happened on the channel, my channel specifically, talk about YouTube, talk about everything that went down last year, which a lot happened. Starting things off politically and socially, it was quite a tumultuous year, and it was full of turmoil, it was full of disagreement, full of unrest, full of anger. I would say it was definitely an interesting year on that front, and I don't want to get too political, I don't want to talk about what's going on socially that much, because that's not what this channel is about, but I do want to say, and I do want to encourage you all to go into 2018 wanting to make it better than last year. You should always wake up every single day and want to make it better than the day that came before, and I feel like that applies to a year as well. I would love to make 2018 the year that we look back on and say that's when things changed. Everything was going downhill in 2017, but 2018 is the year that people really realized that we are all simply trying to make it through life and to be kind and courteous to one another. That's what I want from 2018. Now, do I think that's actually going to happen? It's a pretty far shot that anything like that is going to even resemble what the end of 2018 looks like, but a dude can hope, right? And a dude can spread the word, so I encourage you all to do that on the political and social levels. Now moving along to YouTube on a grand scale, not necessarily my channel, but overall, we had this little thing called the Adpocalypse. You may have heard of it. I'm sure that you've heard somebody else talking about it. Many people talking about it. For those that have never heard the term Adpocalypse, it seems that in 2017, advertisers suddenly realized that their ads were being displayed alongside content that was not family-friendly by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, some people had things like child abuse, some light sexual content with children in it found on YouTube itself, which shouldn't even be there in the first place, a whole bunch of other bad, gross, nasty things that brands would not want to be associated with, and so therefore advertisers pulled all the ads off of YouTube, leaving content creators kind of out in the cold as to how they were going to make ends meet if they were directly dependent on something like AdSense, which is the built-in advertising platform Google chooses to use. This led to a lot of complaints, this led to a lot of discussion around it, this has also led to an increase in merch sales for a lot of people as a way to support them, and also pretty much the growth of Patreon, which Patreon really almost messed up their entire stance, their entire platform just a couple of weeks back, but luckily they did fix that. But we have seen a growth in Patreon, a growth in merch, a growth in direct support through sponsorships through YouTube, and also people moving over to Twitch as well, so that's another interesting fold in the platform itself. With the end of 2017 approaching, it does feel like the team over at YouTube and Google are working to try and make a better solution for content creators, but there is still a big issue, because I know that there are some major YouTube guys out there that are definitely struggling because they have been dependent on being independent creators on YouTube for such a long time. I know that Furious Pete, who is kind of a competitive eater slash weightlifting slash vlogging kind of channel, I know that he has been having to push his merch very hard over the past couple of weeks to try and make ends meet for the holidays. On top of that, I know that Reckless Eating, a pretty much competitive slash eating challenge channel on YouTube. It's a very interesting kind of channel, but I know that they have been going without any kind of ad revenue for, I believe it was almost 11 days. Now imagine going to your job, working for 11 days, and just simply not getting paid with no response from your manager whatsoever. That's insane. For those that have been impacted by the Adpocalypse, I can't help but just feel sorry for them, because I understand that whenever you are dependent on that kind of money, that is a rough pill to swallow, and I totally identify with that. And so, with that being taken into account, I'm very thankful that I'm not financially dependent on YouTube income. I know that a lot of people are. A lot of people have went out and bought cars, bought houses, started up a family, being dependent on the income that they receive from content creation here on the platform, and so that would be a very tough situation to be in, and one that I'm thankful I don't have to deal with. So with that being said, I can't necessarily relate on the same level, but I definitely understand your pain. And that's a pretty good segue into my channel, how things are going here on my own YouTube page, and I will say that this has been an absolutely incredible year. As of making this video, at the time I am recording this, we have 1,106 subscribers, and overall, 281,223 views on the channel overall. Now, if you had come to me whenever I was in high school and said, hey man, in 2017 you'll have over 1,000 subs, actually over 1,100 subs, and you will have reached out to over 250,000 people through the content that you make, I would have said, that sounds amazing, sign me up. No, I probably wouldn't have believed you, but that's amazing. I mean, in 2017, I replied to more comments than I have ever replied to before. I've made more content than I ever did before. I've upped the quality of what I do make here on YouTube, and I've even started branching out to Twitch and going really hard trying to get to Twitch affiliate and maybe even Twitch partner one day. But overwhelmingly, throughout 2017, I have received an incredible amount of support, an incredible amount of pretty much backing what I've been doing here on the platform and also on other platforms for years. And so that has propelled me to continue making content, to make better content, and overall to try and be the best kind of content creator that I can be. And that has been an amazing experience throughout the entire year. On top of that, I've been networking with other streamers and YouTubers. I have been working with companies. I've done more tech reviews than I have in years past. And overwhelmingly, it finally feels like there is some literal traction. There is movement within the channel that is moving towards making this, not necessarily this specific YouTube channel, a career, but being a content creator overall, working with companies, working with other people, and creating this network of opportunities that I simply wouldn't have had I never started YouTube or never started streaming. I simply wouldn't have this, and to be quite honest, I'd probably just be a college kid that plays video games, which I still am, but I'm also a little something else. I'm definitely something else, that's for sure. I mean, I'm wearing a Budweiser shirt. But overwhelmingly, for what I do here on YouTube and also online and other places, it was the single best year that I have ever had, and I hope to make 2018 an even better year. But to be able to hit 1,000 subs, to be able to surpass well over 250,000 views overall, and to be able to do a giveaway whenever I did hit 1,000 subs, and just to be able to reach out and connect with as many people as I have, it was a truly humbling, amazing experience just to see how much the channel has grown because of you people. To wrap it all up, 2017 was a little bit of a rough year on a lot of fronts. I mean, politically, socially, that's some rough stuff. Even for other YouTubers here on the platform, it has been a rough year financially. And overall, we're in a very transformative time. We're in a period of transition that I don't think anybody really realized was coming this soon. And so it's going to be, you know, something that's filled with a lot of growing pains. But overwhelmingly, 2017 for me and for my YouTube channel and for my life, best year I've ever had. Simply the best year, and a lot of that is thanks to you guys, so thanks for that. Before we get too sappy, I do want to just wish you guys a fantastic 2018, but I do want to conclude this entire video by saying that if you want to have a good 2018, you have to make it a good 2018. Get out there and do whatever would make it a fantastic year and get it done so that you can experience it for yourself, whether it be losing some weight, whether it be stopping drinking, whether it be creating a YouTube channel, graduating high school or college, moving to a different job, getting a job, whatever your goal may be, just get out there and do it and have a fantastic year while you get it done. But that's enough from me. I want to thank you guys for watching this particular video. I want to thank you guys for all of the support that you showed in 2017, and here's to 2018 being even better than before. I will talk to you soon. Peace.